Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome.
And Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Deftly away. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Alexander-Arnold. Messi stood up well to him there. And he's quick to get rid. And it's Camavinga. Kudus. And it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Haaland. Camavinga, that's destined for the flank. And here's Vinicius Junior. It's a goal kick. Belletti. Messi. Now Foden. Shifted it to the flank. Back towards the middle. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Still goalless at the moment. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bellingham. Cruzeiro are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
Kubasi. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Haaland. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Messi. Havertz, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Van Dijk with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Ruben Neves. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And a header! Tried his hardest, but the cross asked too much of him in the end.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. But you can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for...
And a chance! Camavinga. Bellingham. And he's managed to get free. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cruzeiro couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Mbappe. Foden. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
India have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus...
And Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
They've played it short. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's come loose. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Bellingham. Kudus was in no mood for any of that. Belletti. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Haaland. He's having a pop! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Havertz. And it's Van Dijk. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please be reminded that drinking is
India
only allowed
up by
in the
one
areas
goal
shown in
at the
this
halfway
map. Thank
point.
you very much for your cooperation.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps.
Everyone,
That's not
please
too much
welcome
to
our
ask.
players.
India can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Kudus makes the interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, what a ball! Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
India are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
That was lovely, that.
Camavinga. Camavinga crosses it in. And he's there to clear it.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
That's a good ball out wide. Mbappe. Cristiano Ronaldo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Van Dijk. Played over towards the opposite flank. Camavinga. To Ruben Neves. Messi. India keep calm in the face of danger. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Not the most accurate pass. Good play on the left-hand side here. Foden. Haaland. Haaland makes a dash for it. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. Chance for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an
Substitution in
indication
progress.
that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Mbappe. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 17,
And it's Son Heung-min.
Iniesta. Number
India
21,
still have the cards to affect this game. And he's picked it up out wide. Cruzeiro have opted to make another change here.
Well, I think he'll
Substitutions taking
undoubtedly
place.
add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Haaland, and this is Ronaldo. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Half an hour gone in the second half. And this is Ronaldo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bellingham. Well read, nice interception. Ruben Neves. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Messi. And this is Ronaldo. Messi. Nicely spread. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Kudus. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Quality ball. Alexander-Arnold.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, looks a smashing ball. Haaland gets flagged offside. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original
Substitution
offence.
on the field. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field is number 11,
Van Dijk.
Kane. Substitution.
Bellingham.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Valverde spread out to the left. Oh, he's felt that,
Nearly
hasn't he?
3 minutes added
He ran
time.
himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Van Dijk. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Played out wide. Ball is over the line. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of
Substitution on the
changes.
field.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking
Number
very, very
24,
leggy.
Beckham.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is as far as it goes. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.